Hello everyone, myself Arnav from OpDevs. So yeah, many times it happened that you know a person's name but you don't know his social media ID. So you go on Instagram, search his name and find him. But okay, then you go on LinkedIn, search him, connect with him. You go on Facebook, search them, connect with them. You go on Twitter, search them, face with them. This consumes a lot of time, and with the help of automation, we reduce this time by giving you all the social media link at only one place. SM Finder, yes, social media finder, our project where we will provide you Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and your LinkedIn link at one place. For example, you would search any person name at our search bar, then click on find. Then we will it will hardly take only 40 seconds and you would get all the top 5 IDs with their photos on our website. You can see a prototype here. It's a working prototype and you can see how we develop this. So here is the website. First we need to add some name and then click on the find button there, and after some seconds we would get the details for all of their social media IDs such as Instagram, Facebook, Twitter and LinkedIn. Also, if you click on their respective ID, you will reach directly to their IDs. I will show you. Like as soon as I click on Karanjot's ID, I reach to his Instagram ID, and same for Facebook, LinkedIn and Twitter. Also, if you want to get any specific ID, you can go to the social in navigation bar and directly click on the respective ID you want to get, and you will be transferred to there. So this is our project, Social Media Finder. So our team and me coded in VS Code, and we use a software. It is not a software, but it is an extension, Codiga. It helps us very much. This code snippet really help us, which will reduce our work, which will give us more time to think about it and reduce our coding stress. So thank you Codiga, and thank you CrossKnot for giving us such an opportunity. This is our project, Social Media Finder. So here come the PPT part about SM Finder. Know more about SM Finder. SM Finder. So it's basically a website which will find you all the social media, which includes Instagram, Twitter, Facebook and LinkedIn at one place, which will reduce your time by going through Instagram and then searching for a particular person, then Twitter, then LinkedIn and then Facebook. So our theme is automation. Automation is a term for technology where human input is minimized. Here we minimized our input by putting only single time of one name in our website and getting you all the desired data at one place. So till now we are only using 4 social medias, but in future we can increase these by YouTube and Reddit also. These all things will also be included in Social Media Finder. So it will, as I said, save a lot of time in finding a person identity and all social media accounts. So tech stack we used are front end. We use JavaScript, HTML, CSS and Bootstrap, and in backend we use Python, Django and Selenium. I also like to thank our partners.
Hello everyone, my name is Joydeep Dev from Team Alpha, and what we have built is we have built a custom code editor, custom collaborative code editor with lots of features in it. So let me walk you through the code editor that we have built, code editor as well as code documentation feature. So let me create a room. I give some random links like code. and let me share the link. Let me using this code, let me join the same room. So if I click on join room, I can join. Yeah, so this is the two rooms. Now you will see if I change on one room, you can see if I add something on, I'm adding on the left side, you can see the changes on the right side. So in this way we can collaborate on the same editor, and moreover we can also run the code. So let me run the code by clicking here, and in few minutes you can see the output. Yeah, you can see the output on both the screen as it is collaborative. So what I am doing, all the other person will be able to see, and you can change the font size also, you can change the theme also, and yeah, so and you can change the language also from here. There are various types of language: C, C++, Java, Python. You can see I am changing on one side and it is automatically changing on the other side. And one thing is that we have also given code to text feature, like image to code feature. Sorry, image to code feature. So if I upload an image, so let me upload an image from here. So yeah, so this is the image, and the image in it will automatically convert it into code. So yeah, you can see the image has been automatically converted into code. And if I show you the original image, this was the original image. You can see this image converted into code. This is very helpful for the teachers, where they have to check the students handwritten code in the copy, so that they can upload their code here, and that code will automatically convert it into text and they can run the text. And you can also upload any code from your file system. Like if I upload a code, I am uploading a sample C++ code. You can like I am uploading this one. Yeah, so you can upload the code here and can run from here also. You can give custom input and can run from here also. It will run fine. And so these are all the features, and this is the share button. If you copy the link and give it to anyone, he or she can join using the same link. So this is all about the code editor. Now let me walk you through the code doc that we have built. Initially I am logged in, so this is basically a documentation part where user can create articles, documentation. Not only that, they can also be able to filter. So initially all the tags are enabled, DSA, OOP, AIML, and if I want to see only the blogs related to DSA and CP, what I need to do, I need to just disable this. Yeah, I am disabling this, and you can see all the blogs related to DSA and CP only came. And here you can upload your post, you can give any description, and it is rich text editor. You can upload, give any image also, give video also, give code block also, do anything. It is a rich text editor, and you can upload an article as in a most efficient way, I mean most easy way. And you can choose the tags from here. And one thing, let me show you, it is the in the my post section, one can see the post created by them. So if the post is created by them, they have the option to view, edit and delete. They can only edit and delete their own post. So let me open a post. Now let me view this post. Yeah, if you can see in the view section, I am viewing this post. You can see the post has been nicely written, and you can see the related post. So we are also suggesting the user that if you are reading this article segment tree, read all the articles related to DSA and CP, because this segment tree is related to DSA and CP. So it is a kind of recommendation system that we have tried to build in the website. And from the home page you can see lots of articles, and once you upload article from here, that article will come in the front, and you can see the time posted by and who has posted. Because I am already logged in, so here it will show my name if I post something. So this is all about the two things that we have built, this code editor and this documentation. And this is the flowchart by creating start by creating room, and these are the features in the code editor. And we are storing everything in the MongoDB database, and this is the basic flowchart. These features I have already explained in the live demo. And for the front end part, we have used React.js, Bootstrap, Material UI, and for the backend we have used Node.js and Express.js. For the database we have used MongoDB, and for the real-time collaborative features we have used Socket.io. So that's all about our project. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. We are Team Coca-Cola, and from all the various other topics to choose from, we decided to choose the topic of mental health after lockdown and COVID. We believe it is a very important topic to talk about, and needs improvement from everybody. For everybody needs improvement in the topic. We have decided to call our app Breathe, and this is our web application. This is what is the first thing that a user will see when they open up. We decided to go with warm, vibrant colors, which is orange, and we also decided to have another or plan to have another button which can switch this to a nice cool blue shade of the website, depending on whichever the user whatever the user feels like. We start off with two buttons, which is fill a questionnaire, proceed to website. The fill a questionnaire will take you onto this part of the website, which has questions which will map how you feel. These are two questions. This questionnaire is prepared by combining a test GAD7 and PHQ9. These are very renowned tests used by psychologists and where PHQ9 is a depression severity test, and GAD7 is an anxiety severity test. Both the tests decide on tell you on the severity of what you feel. We have multiple questions, for example, feeling nervous, anxious, or on edge, and the options that the user has to choose from is not at all, several days, more than half the days, and nearly every day. The backend of the questionnaire works on a scoring system, so all of these radio buttons have certain values. So not at all is 0, several days is 1, the next one is 2, and the other one is 3. All of these scores are added up, and on the basis of those, it will take you on to the next page after the submit button is clicked by the user, where this part of the web page pops up, where for now time was a constraint, we ran out of time, so we apologize, but there's going to be a graph where it will tell you the severity of what you're feeling. The numbers signify more than 20 is severe, 15 to 20 is moderately severe, 10 to 15 is uh, um, moderate, and 5 to 10 is mild. 0 to 5 is just somebody who's feeling blue or is somebody sad. But regardless, for all of these different levels of what the user is feeling, we plan to have different tests, different calming exercises, calming videos, calming animations that can help the user. We apologize again because we had a lot to do, but time was a constraint. We move on to the next page, where is resources, where we come to resources, where we understand that different users like to would like to feel better differently. For me personally, it's going to nice and relaxing websites, whereas for other people, it's listening to podcasts and watching a nice calming YouTube video. So we have different buttons, and as of right now, we for the functionality purposes, we're only showing this small part of resources, but it can be a separate uh, page in the application, which can be divided in a better format and could rank. And we also plan to have a review system on the basis of which we can rank all of these links. This is one of my favorite sites. So the idea is to give you small 60-second, 1 minute exercises to help you feel better at the time. We go on to the last page, which is where you can contact us if there's any improvement that you feel like we need to do, some way we can improve our site, because mental health is a very important topic and we want to take it slow, but be right. Call now. Basically, right now, the person can click on this and it'll like connect them to uh, helpline of sorts. But we plan to, on the future development part of the game, we plan to develop on the basis of the location that the user enters, we can have their country's helpline numbers. We also plan to have connected to different voice assistants, and most importantly have a chatbot on the right, which will have automated responses and can help map what the user is feeling better. So yes, this is our website, and thank you for listening to us.
Hello, myself Abhishek Yadav. I have taken part in CrossKnot hackathon. I have built a project on the theme automation. My project name is water level controller, which solves the problem due to overflow of water tank. Daily thousands of liter water is wasted. Water tank that is fully closed can lead to overflow problems, because there is no way you will know the water level inside your water tank unless you open it and manually check the water level, which is hassle things to do. How we can solve this problem? There is a best way in solving overflowing water tank by installing automatic water level controller, because this helps in regulating the flow of water in your water tank and it optimizes the performance of the rainwater harvesting system. Automatic water level controller is efficient to use because this device controls the pump motor automatically. When the water level in your tank is low, then it will switch the motor on, while if the water level is higher than the fixed level, then it will switch the motor. This project aims at developing a system which reduces the human effort of monitoring the water level of tanks in large buildings or industries, and also for or saving water due to overflow of water tank. How it works? This device works on the principle that the water is capable of passing current through it. One wire is connected to VCC, is left in the bottommost part of the tank, and the rest wires are set at different levels in the tank. These wires work as a sensor to detect water level in the tank. These wires detect the water levels in the tank and send it to the microcontroller, and microcontroller display the water level to on the LCD screen, and according to the water level it controls the motor pump. I have created a simulation on Proteus 7 tool of this project. This is a microcontroller 8051. These 5 LEDs represents the water level. This LCD display represents the water level and the state of motor, whether it is on or off. uh, this represents water tank, and these 5 switches represents wire, and this is our water pump. Now the tank is full, and it display 100% and motor is off. When we start emptying the tank, the water level on the display changes. Now it is half empty, and water level is 40%. When the tank is when the tank get empty, water level get 0%, and water pump starts automatically, and it start filling the water tank again. Now tank starts filling. Now it is 20% filled, and as the tank starts as the water pump start filling the tank, the water level on the screen is also increasing. When the tank is 100% full, the water pump get switched off. Water level of tank is 100%, motor is off, and these 5 LCD are also glowing. This is the block diagram of the project. This is the circuit diagram. This is a 3D prototype of the project, which is created using Easy EDA. Advantage and application: human effort is reduced as the system controls the motor automatically based on the water level. The system consumes less power, simple and more reliable, saves water which is wasted through overflow of the tank, used in big buildings where the manual monitoring is difficult. Upcoming feature of this project: manual control using app or web app. Dry run feature: water level indication using ultrasonic sensor. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So today I am going to be presenting a GitHub localization tool on behalf of Team UAT, and we are doing this in the automation track. So what is localization? Localization is a problem which is faced by developers from all over the world. It is basically when a problem which occurs when a service that is initially created for a specific region, for example, India, has to now expand to other regions. So the service has to display the hard-coded messages in the regional languages. For example, if there was a string known as string welcome and it was displayed as welcome to our page, it should be automatically displayed in the Spanish language whenever a visitor from Spain visits the web page. Hence, the actual code should be DB driven. That is, string welcome should be decided on the basis of the user location. So our tool basically solves this problem by making a central database and keeping a list of the translated strings in correspondence with the original string. So the tech stack which we have used are GitHub Developers API. This is for the CRUD operations that are performed on PRs and adding comments, etc. Then used as a basically a tool in which this localization can be implemented. So the execution flow is simply a developer creates a PR on the GitHub repo. Our program fetches the code changes in the PR via periodic cron job, and the code changes are then run on an ML and regex model. If the current statement is found to be a hard coded string, then the merging access is blocked. After that, the English string is then passed to the Google Translate API, and we get the strings in other 5 languages. And these are then loaded into a central database, which the developer can later use in order to display the region-friendly message to the visitor. So the regex model has some decision factors. It decides on the basis of the special characters that occur. So most probably, if you have open commas and inverted commas, dollars, then it is possible that this is going to be an code statement. And we calculate the ratio of the total length and the non-text count. And this we have created this formula for the optimal approach. The NLP model or the tokenization model works on the basis that it converts your statement into tokens, and these tokens are then ran on a regex. And if the token is found to be a valid code token, then obviously the statement is a code. Otherwise, if it is found to be a statement, single string statement, it is counted as one token, and then we can use conditional statements to check whether the statement was English or not. So this is the front end. So in front end, the developer will enter his GitHub repository link. The access token is the token which is used to perform the CRUD operations on the repository, and the cron field is used to define the basically the frequency at which the PR has to be fetched from the repository. So for example, the it consists of 6 fields. So for example, the developer can specify whether he wants the PR to be fetched every hour, every minute, every odd minute, every even minute, etc. Now let us try and do it on our own local repository. So for example, this is one of the PR that I'm going to make. So in ultimate test, we have basically 2 files. These 2 files contains first file contains a code. As you can see, this is hard coded strings. So we do not require hard coded strings in our code, and this also contains one hard coded string. So now what we'll do is that I'll make a I'll make a hit via Postman, because it is going to run every hour. So I'll force hit the API endpoint, and then we'll see what happens. So this hit goes to the Spring framework, and then it processes the file passing the regex and the ML model. And thereafter you can see that the tool has closed the PR, because obviously there was the presence of hard coded strings. And you can see it is also going to point out the hard coded string and the line number. So for example, this is the ultimate string and the conclude. So 3 hard coded strings in file 1 and 1 hard coded string in file 2. And if you want to have a look at the central DB, what you could do is that you could basically use select star from localized DB, and now you could see that you have basically a message ID corresponding to a English message. So the same message ID will also have the same message translated in Portuguese, the same message translated in French, and the same message translated in Romanian. So this is a central database that the developer will later use to implement localization. So we have automated this whole process, and the regex model works on the Flask server that we have created. So for example, this it sends this statement, it tokenizes it, and also uses the regex and the tokenization model to determine that this is a code statement and this is a English statement. So this is done using that. and I have also integrated it within the CI/CD pipeline. So, for example, the first step is sonar code analysis. Then there is localization testing. The localization testing makes a hit to our API using an HTTP plugin, and after that, if it passes, you could push and deploy to the ECS cloud. Otherwise, the merging will obviously be blocked. So we have integrated it within a CI/CD pipeline for testing purposes as well.
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Team Postfixed, and I am your host for this presentation, Shaurya Saxena. So, our team comprises of 4 members: Mayank Sharma, myself, Shaurya Saxena, Shubham Singhal, and Shimona Vadva. So, let's get straight to the idea. First, we have to ask a question: why a startup? You see, a 9 to 5 job is not safe, but being your own boss is. Startup solves a problem at large scale. There are loads of opportunities for you. You get to manage your own time. There is a lot of time flexibility because you are your own boss. Also, there is financial independence, and we cannot deny about personality development. Around 61,400 startups have been recognized in India alone as of Jan 2022, and they are increasing exponentially. If we see at some data, as of 25th March 2022, India is home to 94 unicorns with a total valuation of $319.67 billion. The year 2021, 2020, and 29 saw the birth of maximum number of Indian unicorns with 44, 10, and 9 unicorns coming each year respectively. But we see a lot of startups failing. Let's see why startups fail. The first reason is due to the lack of proper guidance by experienced mentors. Also, less knowledge about market size and the market requirements leads to a failed startup. People usually do not recognize because of weaker community and connections. They don't really get to know the market because they don't have those connections and that kind of community which is required to understand the market needs. Also, we can say that there is no such platform that solely aims to create a community and connections for startups between founders and investors. That's where we step in. Pitch ground. We provide a single platform for students, startup fellows, entrepreneurs to register and submit their ideas, prototypes, business ideas on our app. Our app provides a network for venture capitalists for analyzing those ideas which they have an interest in and then invest their funds in those ideas. We also provide a bucket of mentors in different disciplines. Basically, the students who do not have a guidance but want to achieve something big, they can get mentorship from verified founders uh, through our app. So our app can be used by students and all the new age startups all over the world who want to, raise investments. It can also be used by angel investors to invest in startups, and it is also used to create a community of like-minded people so that all can grow. Investors can invest, founders can take investments, students can learn from the market, get some mentorship. These are some UI of our app. This is a login page, a profile page. You can upload your ideas. We used Android to develop our app. We use Kotlin, the recommended language from Android. We also used Figma for a UI UX and Firebase to authenticate and store some data. Our USP, talking about our USP, we emphasize on for founders to create pitches those are less than 1 minute in duration. This is because attention span in today's time has reduced significantly, and and the investors want the work to be done efficiently and quickly. So we emphasize on pitches to be less than 1 minute. We also allow only the investors to text the founders, contact the founders, and founders cannot contact investors directly. This is done to reduce spamming of an investor's inbox. Founders who are willing to provide some mentorship can also provide some mentorship to students. This way students will get a guidance of how the market works. Next, if we talk about future scopes, we are planning to implement content filtering, which will provide more customized content for an investor according to his needs, what he likes, what's his domain he wants to invest in. This will increase their efficiency and also the probability of them investing in a startup. Monetization can also be accomplished in future by charging some nominal amount of 0.1 to 0.5% of every investment that is made by an investor. Also, we can add a subscription model in which the higher educational institutions can pay us a nominal subscription fees to use our platform for their students. Now I'll be showing you our prototype app. I will be showing you a demo of our prototype application. As soon as you launch our application, you will be taken to our login page. For the sake of this demo, I have created a test user. We are using Firebase authentication to authenticate the user. As soon as you log in, you will be asked who are you, whether you are a founder or an investor, or you are unsure about where you fit in. So you can explore the application. If you are a founder, then you will be asked to enter your GST number. Any founder who enters his GST number and details, he will be a verified founder, which means that he has a registered company. Every verified founder will be highlighted in blue. If you do not enter the GST number, then you will be considered as an unverified founder. Now we can also verify investors using a lot of APIs. We also have a so our pitches are emphasized to be less than 1 minute. On our pitches, there is a like button which is used for statistical and data. It is used to provide analytics to the founder. Founder can go on his particular pitch or idea. In the analytics section, he can see who all have liked his pitch, as in how many number of investors, how many number of other verified founders, other non-verified founders, and how many students have liked his pitch. It will give him a real-time feedback and an idea as to how the market is reacting to his idea, how people are reacting, whether they like it or not. So let's explore the application. First of all, you can see this is our home page, wherein we have our feed. A lot other different pitches are coming. You can see this is a verified founder, and the red highlight stands for a student. This means that this person here is a student of some institution. Again, we have a student, another verified founder. You can see there is a like button. There is the ask of this founder, the name of their startup. Also, we have a chat section, a notifications tab, and a profile, which tells my profile through which I have logged in. So investors can contact founders regarding their idea, but the vice versa is not true. A founder cannot contact an investor on his own. This is done to reduce spamming. I hope this has given you a good idea of our application and our idea, and I would like to thank you.
I'll be presenting on behalf of my team Absolute Zero. The problem statement that we have selected is mental health along with no code solution, and we have created a one-stop solution which is an application for this. We already know कि मेंटल हेल्थ एक बहुत बड़ा इशू है, नॉट जस्ट इन इंडिया बट ग्लोबली, और जितना बड़ा ये है उतना ही लाइटली इसको लिया जाता है. People with insomnia, people with ADHD, depression, anxiety, they totally do not know what to do if they are having any panic attacks or anything like that. Even in India, it is kind of considered taboo कि आपको mental health issues हैं तो आप पागल हो या फिर लोग पता नहीं क्या क्या बोलते हैं. Also the therapy sessions, they just cost a hell lot. So we have just come up with a very all-in-one, one-stop solution to all of these problems. Here are some features that are included in our application that I'll be just going over in just a minute. Here is our tech stack. We have used Figma for front-end or UX UI designing along with Bravo Studio, which we have used for the deployment of the application. jumping onto the application. So here is the interface. A user just logs in like any application, और उसको यहाँ पे काफ़ी सारे features मिल जाएंगे. First of all, how you are feeling. We have called this feature as mood meter. So what it does it कि ये बहुत सारे series of easy to answer, easy to understand questions को यूज़र के सामने देता है, और यूज़र कैन जस्ट सिंपली टैप अबाउट हाउ ही और शी इज़ फीलिंग ऑन दैट डे, और जस्ट दे टैप एंड इसके बेस पे उनका एक स्कोर आ जाएगा. फॉर एग्जांपल आई गेट अ स्कोर ऑफ say 69. So 69 is kind of a very bad score in my opinion. So according to that score, the application will suggest them things like calming music and meditation or any sort of exercise that will make them feel definitely better. Also, we have a personal journal through which they can just take a note of their day or whatever they are feeling and express themselves without being judged, or like there is no, they don't have to carry any journal or diary or anything. All they have to do is open the app and select the date, or just click on this edit icon and get over with it. Also, we have one-on-one therapy sessions just in case someone needs the professional help. Here is a section for messaging in case they have scheduled or booked an appointment with their doctor, or they want to reschedule or rebook, they can do it here. Also, if they want to directly chat to their doctors in case of an emergency, they can do it here as well. Here is again the calming music feature. Okay, so this is a really interesting page that we have come up with. So इसमें क्या है कि कोई भी यूज़र anonymously अपनी problems share कर सकता है, and the peer groups who have already faced that problem, so they can just reply कि मैंने ऐसे किया था, या you can do this, या you can do that. So they can just come up with proper advice, and here are some filters that they can select. Let me just check what all features are left. Okay, so that is it. Thank you so much, guys.
I am from Team Vortex, and this is the demo for our project CycloNet, which we have created under the Open Innovation category for disaster management. Its primary function is cyclone intensity estimation using infrared images from the Indian national satellite. The inspiration for the same came from when we noticed that the current hurricane and weather forecast model has some disadvantages. These are that it requires accurate center determination of a cyclone during initial stages of its formation, which is very difficult to do, and it only runs 4 times a day, even though the Indian national satellite observations are available at every 15 minutes. This leads to a tremendous amount of valuable data being lost, which otherwise could have been useful to understand the instantaneous structural changes during the intensification of a tropical cyclone. As deep learning can identify more complex features in various images, we decided to develop a web app to counter these disadvantages. The web app user interface allows the users to upload InSat IR images, which is processed through our deep learning pipeline, which we have implemented in PyTorch. This consists of a convolutional neural network to compute the intensity of the cyclone. Our model has been trained on a custom dataset, which consists of all the InSat cyclone IR images from the year 2012 to 2021. The cyclones were formed in the Indian Ocean. We have managed to achieve a 9.5 knots of root mean square error on our training dataset, and our model is generalized. Coming to the tech stack, we have used HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and JavaScript for the front-end development. For the back-end development, we use Flask, PostgreSQL, and Python. And for the machine learning pipeline, we have used PyTorch. Coming to the web app, even though meant for scientific users, is extremely user-friendly and consists of 3 components majorly. A form to upload cyclone imagery along with the event metadata, an archive table, and a live wind map. The user interface allows the user to upload an NSAT cyclone imagery and event data metadata, including latitude and longitude of the cyclone. The intensity of the cyclone images is then computed by the model, and the computed intensity, and along with the uploaded image and the metadata, is pushed into the archive via the database, which we have implemented in PostgreSQL. Now, to show the generalization of our model, we have extracted 2 images from our training dataset before training our model to show the working of our web app. This consists of an image of a cyclone which is of a 43 knots of intensity and of a 94 knots intensity. Here, we have made the background dynamic, trying to show how intense the cyclone is using the rain. The result is displayed in a notification toast as well as form. Now I would like to show you the live weather map displaying wind patterns using the Windy API. The user can search up any coordinate on the map, and in case of a cyclonic event, the map highlights the cyclone, indicating a strong wind pattern at that particular location. The archive button redirects us to the archive table from where the saved data can be accessed. Going to the archive table, here we can view all the previously submitted data, and by clicking on any one of the image links, we can see the submitted image. This was a brief overview of how our project works. Thank you.
Hello everyone. So, on the occasion of CrossKnot Hackathon, I, with my teammates, made a project on mental health. Mental health is a very common problem in most of the households. To minimize this problem, we made a website whose objective is to check whether the person is suffering from mental disorder or not. Mental health refers to the cognitive, behavioral, and emotional well-being. It is all about how people think, feel, and behave. People sometimes use the term mental health to mean the absence of mental disorder, but mental health is a state of well being in which an individual realizes his or own abilities, can cope up with the normal stress of life, can work productively, and it's able to make the contribution to his or her community. So, guys, let's switch to our website mentalwellbeing.com. There are three sections at the top: read blogs, take a quiz, and chat. Let's talk about the take a quiz section. There is a very simple procedure. You just need to attempt the question by marking the scale from 0 to 5. Let's do it practically. On the basis of your answers, a score will be given. On the basis of your answer, a score will be given. Match your score with the table and find out whether you are suffering from the mental disorder or not. If you are suffering from mental disorder, don't worry. We have some solution to cure the mental disorder by you can, when you click on the read blocks, you can redirect to the blog section and see the motivated blogs of the people. From the chat option, you can chat with the people around the world and be relaxed. So talking about the highlights of the website, it mainly consists of mental health related information and collects all the links from the other website. Secondly, it has also queried to Dev chat support by talk.io API, where we can send messages to us regarding any problem. So that's all about our website. You can also check your mental health by clicking on the link given in the description. Thank you and have a nice day.
So this is the platform which I'm building called Akriti, which is a decentralized live commerce platform in which basically it is an e-commerce platform with more social media like experience like live streams, post, short form video content, which makes it more interactive and fun, which all of these posts and the content are stored decentralized. Then I'll just show you a quick demo. This is the main landing page which describe what I do. Then this is the categories. These are the trending products. I'm using Next.js and Tailwind CSS in the front end. Now one can just explore all the products. You can filter by categories, or you can sort from pricing. And you can also add to the cart or remove to the cart. You can see the cart here. You can place an order, or and also I have connected with my MetaMask wallet. I can show you once again. You have to click on connect wallet, then this would ask for your signature, then you have to just sign it and you are logged in. Now this profile is fetched from the Lens protocol API, in which this is my main DP. This is my followers and following on the Polygon blockchain using the on the Lens protocol. One can also create posts. One can choose all the files that you want to upload, like short form video or any other stuff. Now the video is uploaded using the LivePeer protocol, which also helps to mint a video NFTs and also helps to take the production cost less, because LivePeer protocol helps in the reduction in the transcoding cost, which is basically taking a 4K video or another form of video and converting into different formats like 144 pixel, 240, and made available to all the people. Then you can also go live. You can do live stream. And this is how it would work. Then the this is how the live events are going to look like. Currently this is hardcore data because events are not active yet. Then I'll just talk about what I have built using. So I've used Lens protocol, which actually helps to creator to own their content and monetize it. One can easily mint a profile, follow others, create and collect any publication, which means basically post comments, which would happen completely on chain. So Lens protocol actually are powered by dynamic NFT, giving the power and the control over content directly to the users. So if you could see my profile, if I follow someone, the Lens protocol gives me an NFT. So this is act as a proof, which makes the data portable and can be accessed by different platforms that I follow this person here. Then the problems with centralized social medias are basically like the user data is all centralized, there's less privacy, the all data are sold for advertisements. Second is the user data is not portable. Web2 platform have the right to use your platform, right, your content in any way they choose. While a good example to explain this would be, this is how the content and the data are arranged in Web2 apps, because they have the total near authority about what to do about your data and how much can you access, how much can other people access it. But in Web3 world, the data and the content is itemized and lives in one persistent space. The app still exists, but they exist with less authority. This gives more power to the content creators and the people who actually build the content. Now, while live commerce, because as you might have seen that online streamers build more trust, as buyers would be able to ask all questions, discover products, or consume their content. This should build a more immersive and exciting in-store like experience. This should help the sellers in increasing their conversion rates, reducing refunds, and learning more about the buyer needs or what the feedback is about and what suggestion to take for the next product. And building an audience and community really helps in the business, because as you might have seen the example of Mr. Beast, currently he launched a restaurant chain, and without spending much money on marketing he was able to be profitable right from day one, just because of the audience and the distribution he has built over the past year. So a live audience really helps to build your business and your products more easily. And as you might have seen in China also, it has about to reach around 3.5 trillion yuan by the end of 22. People do like to consume this type of content like live streams or short form videos. Even in India, around 200 million people consume short form video content around 45 minutes a day daily about in 2020, and it is expected to reach around 650 million. Now my platform does is a positive sum game for brands. They can partner with the creators, they can sponsor their streams. Now creators can build their own community, own and monetize their content, they can stream anywhere, then they can earn more commission. And all of the platforms is decentralized. All these profiles and the posts are decentralized, which are not stored at a centralized entity. So this gives the power to creators to monetize using different ways as they might have used. So this was it from my side.
Hello everyone, this is Nitin from DevsHack. Today I'm going to present you my project DeckX, decentralized social media. What's actually DeckX? DeckX is a social media platform where users can post their content, which is similar to the Twitter. We have taken the Twitter UI and we have deployed it using smart contracts, and we have used Polygon network for deploying, and Alpha M infrastructure to store all the data transactions. Uh, the main the point which we took, because there is no security in the social media. The current popular social medias and all are centralized control, by which there are data leaks, and the user cannot have the data flow from the companies. That solution for this is decentralized platform using blockchain, by which the user have full control on his information, whether to keep it public or private. And there is no third party involvement in between. The architecture is like this: the user interacts with the DApp, the DApp interacts with Polygon and AlphaM for storing the data and for transactions. The AlphaM and Polygon are interacting between each other for the transactions happening between them for the data. Thank you. Now let's see the working prototype. Hello everyone, this is our working prototype of the DevX. We have taken the same architecture of the Twitter and we have just implemented the smart contracts in the backend, and we have used AlphaM and as well as Socket.io for interaction between the website and the backend. And for storing some users database, we have used the Socket.io database here. So all the things, all the tweets which are kept here happen just few while testing. We have done all this. Like first will be doing the one like hello, and uh, after clicking on tweet, it will take 5 seconds gap, and yeah, as you can see, it is asking for the MetaMask one, and if you click on sign, then the transaction is happening. Yeah, as you can all see, just now it has been updated. Like 36 seconds ago, it has been updated. Like arrow just now have kept. Uh, for the front end, we have used React, and for coming to the back end, we have used AlphaM, Socket DB, and all the pictures are stored in Pinata using IPFS API. Thanks for your valuable time on hearing our project. Hope you like our project.